let's be honest, there's one thing that we probably all want to avoid, and that's looking older than what we are. But the good news is, with a couple of wardrobe tweaks, you can make a huge difference. So today I'm going to walk you through my 10 top wardrobe mistakes and how to fix them. My name is Michelle Barrett. I have been a personal stylist for 26 years this year, and I help you build capsule wardrobes that mix and match easily. So let's get started. Now the first one is holding on to old kind of styles from 20 odd years ago that don't quite feel right anymore, and they're probably sitting in your wardrobe and you've not worn them for ages. So, think about timeless pieces that last forever, and also add in a few kind of modern hits as well. There is no reason, whatever age you are, why you can't do that. And you may be lucky, you may even find that one of those pieces in your wardrobe has come all the way round and come back in again. But have a really good look in the wardrobe and think about the things that you haven't worn for a long time and what you might be able to replace them with. Classic pieces, linen pants, straight leg jeans, maybe a blazer. I know some people don't want a blazer, and that's absolutely fine. So maybe you could go for another lightweight jacket, or even something like a kimono like I'm wearing today. Anything that kind of gives you the same function but has a bit more of a modern twist to it. Now this one's a really important one, ill-fitting clothes. Now this can be either too small or too big. What we want is something that's going to fit us nicely, because one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is, particularly when they start putting weight around the middle, they wear things that are hugely baggy, that hang straight over, add loads of excess material, and it's not necessary. So the best thing that you can do is have clothes in your wardrobe that skim your body and actually fit you properly. And this includes underwear, so please take a look at that as well. Next up is keeping it really simple and not adding in any sort of detail anywhere. So sometimes I think matching through works really well, matching shoes with a bag, etc. Because I feel like it pulls an outfit together. But I think what works really well as well is adding in something like maybe a little neck scarf like I've got on today, or a piece of jewellery that's got a piece of colour in it that actually lifts somewhere else in your outfit. So this neck scarf I've got on here, it matches through to some of the pink and the blue in my kimono. So that's how I'm pulling things together. So if you do something like that, it just adds an interesting kind of more modern detail without being too overwhelming. Next up is the wrong colours. Now this is a really important one and can make a huge difference as we age. Now, even if you've had a colour analysis done sort of 20 odd years ago, the likelihood is that your skin and your hair colour might have changed, particularly if you've decided to embrace the grey. So it's worth getting a colour analysis done. If you are going to go and do that, by the way, at least look for somebody who's had at least 10 years experience. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I know that I was still learning masses in the first kind of 10 years. So definitely look for somebody who has at least proven 10 years experience to help you with that. In addition, you can have a look online and you can do some research, but with the help of somebody one-on-one, they'll be able to guide you and maybe help you create a colour palette as well. If you need help with something like that, definitely book in for a consultation with me. I've got a free discovery call for 15 minutes. We have a little chat about where you're at and how I can help you. I'll put the link above and also in the notes. Next up is still wearing things that are quite worn out. Now, I know you love it, I know it's trusty, I know it's reliable, but if it's something that's gone a bit stretchy or a bit baggy, or it's looking a little bit worn down, why not replace it with something similar that's new, that kind of feels fresh as well, because that kind of immediately lifts you, particularly if it's like jersey or something like that and it's got a bit thin. Sometimes those things can happen. In addition, this also applies to lingerie, particularly bras. So if you've not bought a bra in a while and you've not had a bra fitting in a while, I challenge you to go and do that. Next up is ignoring accessories. Accessories can really make a difference in an outfit. You can wear something really simple underneath and then just add in something which gives it a whole other look. And also the accessories can really make a difference as to whether it looks modern or whether it looks dated as well. If you like things like little silk scarves, like I wear quite a lot, take a look at some in the shops at the moment and see what it's about and see what appeals to you. If you find some of the silk scarves a bit expensive, I really recommend you look at Etsy, because there's some wonderful kind of variations there, and often they're small brands that are selling them as well, so you're supporting smaller businesses. Next up is shoes. Now, shoes can make a huge difference in terms of the balance, what shoes you wear with an outfit, and also whether they're worn out or not. So a bit like I said with the clothes, if something is really worn out, consider replacing it with something that's new. Now, I always think that it's best to go to the best quality you can. Now, if you are on a budget, always look at pre-loved, because you can buy pieces that are absolutely new or nigh on new. Clothes, nearly everything that I buy pre-loved. This t-shirt was new, the linen trousers were pre-loved, and so was this kimono bought locally at thrift. So you can make a huge difference by buying shoes that look newer, obviously because you've just bought them and they don't look so worn out, but also in terms of balance. Now, in terms of balance, the kind of general rule is if you're wearing something really light and floaty, particularly material or dresses or anything that's quite light on the bottom half, then the best thing to do is to go for lighter kind of looking shoes. If you are wearing, for example, wide leg, quite baggy jeans, or maybe linen trousers or something that's a slightly heavier material, then I would go for a chunkier shoe. So maybe a trainer or a block shoe or something like that. Essentially, it's about balancing it out. Unless you really are trying to go for that look, that almost grunge look where you have your big heavy boots, which if you go for that's absolutely up to you, but it's generally the rule is to keep it similar to what the cut of the garment is and also the material that's in the garment. Now, I've touched on this one already, but neglecting undergarments, this one is absolutely huge. It makes a massive difference. So please, if you're going to take anything from this video, go somewhere locally and get a bra fitting, and just also think about your knickers as well and whether they dig in, and maybe get a better size if they do dig in, or whether they're looking a little bit dated and need replacing. All those kind of things. The structure of how your lingerie sits underneath an outfit can make a huge difference to how it looks overall, particularly if things are digging in or you're not supported properly. Your shape won't be supported overall properly, and you'll be able to see lines through your garments, and all of that can look quite dated. So definitely have a think about whether there's lingerie in your wardrobe that maybe needs replacing, maybe needs updating, maybe you need to go up a size, maybe you need to go down a size, and definitely get that bra fitting done as well. And think about what types of clothes you wear in terms of what type of bra you should have as well. So where the straps sit, if you wear a lot of boat neck tops, for example, you might want clear straps, or you might want straps that sit quite wide. Have a think about the types of clothes that you wear and what sort of support you need. If you are struggling with your wardrobe, I have got a download that I created specifically for you, and that is 10 essentials for elegant outfits. And I have put that link in the notes, and I will put it here as well. So you can download that for free. You may as well take that as part of this video too. Now, next up is, and this is a bit of a controversial one, I know quite a few of you will be like, no, I love it, but that's overloading on the black. Now, it can work for some people. Black can still work for some people, but what I find in a lot of the cases, it does start to wash people out, and it does start to become too harsh. If that is you and it is feeling like it is becoming too harsh, take a look at charcoal grey or navy blue, or even like a chocolate brown. Any one of those three could replace black in your wardrobe and mix with most other items in your wardrobe as well. You'd be quite surprised. So maybe go into a shop and just try some of those colours on. But what I would recommend you do, it may be better actually to order online and try them at home, because that can make a huge difference. Because looking at it in the light, sometimes in a shop, you want to see what the colour looks like in daylight, because that can make a huge difference. Because looking at it in the light, sometimes in a shop, they're kind of tweaked a little bit to enhance, and you can't properly see whether that colour is going to work for you or not. If you need help with things like that, why not join my membership? It is for the price of a coffee. It's $4.99 a month. And I came on live yesterday with some of my lovely members. We were talking about body types and how to dress body types. I do a live session. You can interact with me throughout the whole session. We also have a private area in the community area where I put posts, I put in discount codes, and it's somewhere where if you need a little bit of help with your wardrobe, but you don't want to pay out full amount for a stylist, then you can get interaction with me and you can get me to respond. You might say to me, hey Michelle, I've got a wedding coming up. I am this type of body type. What do you recommend me have? Something like that. You can stick it in that little community area. And also, like I say, we meet up live, and I'm really getting to know my lovely members now, and they're wonderful. I'm getting to know where they're at, and I get really excited when I see them trying new things, which is wonderful. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link here and also in the notes. Now, last but not least, and probably one of the most important ones, is not evolving your wardrobe. And it's similar to what I said before about getting rid of things that no longer work. But also, I think it's about having confidence and feeling good in what you're wearing. And so by evolving, what I'm meaning is, don't stick to things that just feel safe. I want you to feel really good in what you wear. And the only way you can do that is to experiment a little bit from time to time as well, so that you're not actually just stuck in one place. So I hope you found that helpful. I absolutely love chatting to you all, so please leave me a message in the notes. I reply to every single message, and if you've got any questions, let me know. And also don't forget to download that PDF which I made specifically for you guys as well. So have a wonderful week wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.